www.kitchens.diy. Once you have decided to renovate your kitchen, the first and foremost advice we would give is to undertake a pre-installation check of services. There are various points to be taken into consideration, with some of the most important ones being the proper installation of water, electricity and similar necessities. It is essential to check what you need and how these needs are to be fulfilled. Always be careful while selecting a fitter to install your new DIY designer kitchen. It is only by luck that you get a good installer, ensuring that your new kitchen does not look worse than the old one. The main points of consideration while selecting an installer is to pick a professional tradesperson who can guide you through the process and provide sound kitchen installation advice along the way, discussing your options with you and being clear about what is and isn't included. Questions to ask before your replacement kitchen installer is appointed. Job experience. It becomes important to know the experience of the candidate before appointing anyone to work in your home. You can communicate with the candidate regarding his experience in the field of kitchen cabinet installation, as well as requesting examples of previous jobs. Guarantee period. You should always ask for the guarantee period being offered for the work to be done. Qualifications. Always check the required qualifications of the candidate. Also inquire if the candidate has the relevant memberships. Public liability. Check whether the candidate is insured for public liabilities. Credibility. Ask the candidate whether they carry the tools essential for the fittings. This quality indicates their credibility towards their work. Knowledge. Try to judge through your conversation the electrical and plumbing knowledge of the candidate. Site visit. Ask the person to be appointed to make a visit or two at the site of work so that he can plan his work accordingly. Show him the previous installation and explain the changes you want to make. Working hours. Always decide the working hours of the installer before the commencement of the work. Another important note is to decide the various terms and conditions with the installer before the commencement of work. These include rubbish removal. It is very important to decide with the installer about the cleaning of the house after the work has been accomplished. Work area. The area of work to be done should be on the very first day of the work. Duplicate keys. It is necessary to give the duplicate key to the installer so that he does not have any difficulty in entering the house in the absence of the owner and the work is not severed. Power. It is important to clarify about the various power outlets and their distance from the work area. List of appliances. Always provide your installer with a list of appliances to be fitted so that he can decide his plan of action. Children. Make sure that your kids stay away from the site of work so that they are not harmed by the heavy machinery being used by the installer. Floor protection. It becomes important to protect the floors from damage or stains if it has been completed beforehand. Kitchens DIY.